Hey, what's good, guys? It's Cameron. Today I'm going to be breaking down a few of the new build names I've seen on Twitter, on YouTube, and all that. Literally a few days till NBA 2K25 comes out, so ready to start getting some of these crazy rare builds made. Night one, I'm going to have some absolutely crazy videos dropping. Night one, I'm going to have some absolute crazy videos dropping. I'm really going to try to find the all-around star build name. Night one, that's a fact. Everyone's favorite clickbait build is actually back again this year. I've been feeling like that meme of like Squidward looking out the window or whatever, seeing everyone upload these crazy builds. So I kind of wanted to dive through some of the more unique new build names I've seen out there. So switchable lockdown defender. I think this is basically a rebrand of your hybrid lockdown defender. Your 3-level threats also were renamed, so now they're 3-level scoring threats. But yeah, there's some pretty cool ones. Obviously, the interior scoring playmaker was one I've seen. Rim attacker, board hunting lob threat, offensive architect, steady playmaker, versatile enforcer, promising prospect, two-way inside-out .4. Basically, all those builds are, think about your point forwards, your small forwards. Basically, your point power forwards now were reworded to be .4s, and all the point forward archetypes were kind of moved up to be able to be made a power forward as well. You've got the versatile stopper. You've got the two-way inside-out ISO creator. That leads me to believe there'll be a two-way inside the arc ISO creator. Probably two-way three-point ISO creator, a few different builds like that. Stretches are finally back, so your stretch 4s, stretch 5s are back. They've also added some stuff within their naming system. This is within the actual attribute algorithm that defines the build names. So previously, small ball 4s, I think they had a rebound cap of 92, 93 in relation to the offensive rebound as well. So now that's been redefined, so I think you'd be able to get a board hunting small ball 4 if you have high rebounding on a small ball 4 archetype, for example. Your inside out small ball 4s, etc. You've got a two-way stretch 4 dimer along with your two-way stretch 5 dimer. Again, you had your two-way dimer at power forward. You go over the 3-point threshold, that name changes to a stretch playmaker. But now it's a two-way stretch 4 dimer as opposed to just a stretch playmaker or whatever. Two-way perimeter point forward. So this is basically if you made a two-way perimeter playmaker at small forward, it would be a two-way perimeter point forward. Your Swiss Army knife, I'm willing to bet 100% is a jack of all trades from last year, with a few other random attributes kind of thrown in there as well, and that's where it's going to be tricky within the freeform builder. Some of those attributes are the hard caps that will determine the build name. You just kind of got to figure that out. Playmaking stretch 5. Again, I think that kind of replaces your stretch playmakers a little bit, but I think there's still going to be stretch playmakers. I think they're going to get more creative with the ball handle thresholds this year. So maybe an 83 ball handle, 80, 81 ball handle would be the playmaking cap for stretch 5. If you have an 85, 86, 87, 88 range, you may be the stretch playmaker. You also have the inside the arc small ball 4, the two-way slashing .4, aka the slashing point forward, but you just make it at the 4 spot. 3-level playmaking slasher. This one's going to go crazy. Two-way scoring phenom. Basically, I think if you make the two-way 3-level phenom from last year and make some tweaks, you'll be able to figure out how to make a two-way scoring phenom really quickly. 3-level scoring point center. This one goes pretty crazy. I just always hate the 3-level name on my builds, but it's nice to see a little bit of love going to the point centers. And again, all-around star, every clickbait build YouTuber's dream right there. For real this year, coming back, that's pretty sick. Slashing paint beast. So you had your slashing defensive anchors last year. They went ahead and added that to the paint beast as well. Slashing shot creator. Your junkyard guard is the scrappy guard. The rugged guard, it's that exact same archetype. Hopefully They brought back the scrappy wing this year in the form of the junkyard wing. I think that'd be cool. Make that Sean Marion-esque build. You've got a score first wing. So score first is a new archetype along with shoot first, because that's still in the game as well. And again, this board hunter tag. You've got an inside the arc board hunter. That's another build that basically inside the arc score, you get high rebounding. It's not just a two-way inside the arc score. It is now an inside the arc board hunter. You have a two-way stretch point 4. You have a two-way stretch point center, which is really, really cool to see. You've got a two-way catch and shoot ace, which is another really cool build name. This is one of those builds, you probably need the 88 caps. You're basically making a two-way sharp, I think, with some kind of defensive variations, and there'll be some kind of hard cap thrown in there. You've got builds like the Interior Enforcer. You have a 3-level scoring board hunter, and you have some of these new pre-made builds. These are really similar to, what was it, like 2K20, I think. Might have been 2K19, I don't remember, where you had the pre-made builds. So you had the build that said like handles plus passing or whatever, right? So some of those builds, ISO King, Instrument of Buckets, Defensive Captain, Pocket Post, that's probably the small forward post scorer that Zach Timmerman's been talking about on Twitter. But yeah, I just kind of want to go through, talk some new build names that are going to be coming out here in a few days. Super excited to get the grind going for 2K25. I'm going to try to rip daily uploads, probably going to triple upload night 1, and from there kind of go daily uploads on some of the rarest builds in the game. Stay tuned. Appreciate everybody for sticking around. Appreciate all the support I got in 2K24. And we're just going to keep that momentum rolling this year. Thank you guys so much for watching. That's all I got. Peace.